It's time for another tale from the glass-guarded world. Ashley plays Tara Dane, the human fighter. Josh is Zartok, the tiefling wizard, and Gaston, the rogue and bard. Jessica is Coral Petrichor, the Genasi druid. Mama Sass, the half-orc bard and barbarian. And Sylphonia, the summoned Pegasus. Chris plays Aster Fortuna, the half-drow rogue and bard extraordinaire. The Glass Guardians are victorious, yet again. And yet, we still haven't won. Even worse, we had to say goodbye to Coral, who has gone off to join the gods. Now we need to track down Levarrion. Have you figured out where he went, listener?
We're going to change scenes a bit here. Coral, you and the far-off one disappear from the throne room. You've plane shifted before, and you realize that you've done it again, but this time you appear somewhere that you've been before. The large, circular central area of the God's Peak, the home of the gods. And it is clear that your arrival was not expected. Seafoam Wanderer is wearing a simple tunic and talking to Skyfather, who looks as though he just woke up. A god you haven't seen before, a man dressed in heavy armor, is arguing loudly with a tall, elegant woman holding a spear and a bizarre shield. They all suddenly turn when you arrive, and their mouths hang open. You also notice that they don't look as tall and imposing to you as they did before. You're close to looking most of them in the eye. Strangely, the far-off one still appears to be the size of an ordinary mortal. The far-off one beams at them and at you.
Yes, my dears, it's me. You didn't think you could keep me out forever, did you? And I brought our newest member. We have as much right to be here as you, and we intend to make ourselves at home. And there's nothing you bigoted, decrepit has-beens can do about it. Now, Miss Petrichor, let's mold our own domains here out of the raw stuff of this plane. And I will teach you about how to be a proper god. Oh, and we'll get the marker of boundaries to help us with that contract. 5 years, you said.
Yeah, 5 years.
Coral, you now have some new abilities. You can allocate 7 uses of inspiration to the PCs as you see fit.
Okay.
There's going to be a point at which you will no longer be able to hand that out, so you probably want to hand that out sooner rather than later.
Good tip.
Coral can give Zartok up to 10 spell levels back. So, for example, he could get 2 4th-level spells and a 2nd-level spell, or an 8th-level spell and a 2nd-level spell, or whatever. You can give him some spells back. You can allow each PC to automatically succeed 1 time on a skill check that uses intelligence, such as history, investigation, arcana, whatever. Again, before we hit a certain point. And you can communicate with the party through Zartok. Okay?
Yes.
So we will now return to the rest of the party, who are now standing in this throne room, surrounded by corpses. Which is, I guess, something you find happening relatively often.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. The heroes leave all the corpses behind.
So, what do you want to do? So do you want to discuss where you think Levarrion has gone, or what you want to do next? What's the plan?
Well, I want to look at everybody, see how they feel about the whole Coral thing.
Mistress! He's crying in the corner.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
Gugri is
excited.
extremely upset.
Tara is white. Not quite sure if that's because she's incredibly injured or that she has a belief that Levarrion is going to World 83.
This is hard. Like, my brain is still, rattling away at everything that's going on.
Gugri is extremely upset.
Gugri, it'll be okay. So, what is our plan? They teleported away? I'm not sure where they went. It sounds like it could only be one place, but...
I suppose it could be one of 100, but there's only one with people in it.
And he would really like to mess with us, wouldn't he? I thought Mun had World 83.
No, we weren't able to remove it, if you recall.
Oh, gosh.
We only encased it in earth.
That's right. Oh, in the name of Coral. Things are rough. I can still go, but I feel like resting might be important. I don't know what the plan is. Sarah.
We need to go to Benorthan, and we can rest on the way.
Yeah, agreed. What's going on there, Zartok? How are you feeling?
Fine.
Are you fine? You were going ham a second ago.
Yeah, I'm good. So I'm wondering if we should teleport there or not. It's not 100% reliable, so I think maybe not. And then on the Terra, you look awful. Maybe we can use the sleeping pod in the ship to have her have multiple days of rest.
Yeah. And also, Zartok, are you able to teleport us? I thought that it repelled magic if we tried to teleport inside.
We could teleport outside of Benorthan. I think that's fine.
Okay.
But let's, I think we just spell jam our way there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to destroy World 83. He's going to go in it.
And try to rule it, and he doesn't know anyone there. He's going to be fighting an uphill battle. I mean, it's not like the Emperor is going to be thrilled to give up his domain or anyone in World 83.
I can communicate with them, correct?
Correct. With Zartok.
Zartok? In your
Zartok,
head,
there's
you
a
hear.
voice in your head.
Oh, really?
That didn't last long.
I think maybe someone should have told me what all of this meant. What's up, Coral? How is it going?
I mean, it's weird here. It's weird here. There's a lot of gods. They seem real angry. And I'm still not a fan of the Far Off One, but we'll see how this goes. I had a thought. What if, because the jar things, they have those dials, right, that change the time?
Uh-huh.
What if before he jumps in, he changes it to something that really speeds it up, so he has a whole bunch of time there?
Oh, of course he would. That's a good point. Yeah.
Haven't we hidden it? You think he'd be easily able to find it?
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's more than World 83. There's also World 0 or World 1. I can't remember which number it was. So there's really 2 places he could go.
That's right.
But
The one Strethok has?
Yeah, that's Streffox down there. Maybe old boy Streffox finished his wizard killing glue thing. All right, well, anyway, Coral made a good point. Maybe it's time we use this teleport. Scroll.
Yeah.
Well, tell Lumpin to fly the ship to us anyway.
I can't do that. Let's go. I mean, we're going to have to walk over there.
That's probably right.
Let's see if I could do that.
I can move pretty fast with
Oh, no, I can do it. Nice. Okay. Yeah, he'll cast Ascending and ask Lumpin to pick us up.
Okay.
The message will be short.
Okay. You're not even going to specify it? Okay,
The
that's
message
fine.
will be under 25 words asking
That's
Lumpin
fine.
to pick us up at the throne room.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. If we're teleporting, we don't need to ask him to pick us up to the throne room.
Well, we need someone's character to show up
Fair enough.
so that person can also play the game.
I mean, technically, I get to be a voice in your head, which honestly is kind of just as much fun.
the whole
Do we
time.
want to take a short rest?
We should, and we should also ask Gugri what he wants to do next. He could be on the ship if he'd like, or he can go off.
I'm kind of afraid to teleport after what happened. Oh, you guys don't know about that. So listen, teleports don't always go smooth.
What happened last time?
Yeah, you remember when we teleported into the room to fight the Grey Old Masters?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work the first time.
What happened the first time?
I messed it up and then I had to undo it.
Oh, can you do that again?
I can't do that again
I don't
today.
remember that happening at all.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, Zartok, you are much more familiar with this other place than you were with the throne room. Won't that help?
I was familiar with the throne room too. It was because I was looking right at it. It would be the same percentage chance.
Oh, that's not great.
Yeah, so we could end up, miles away. And the percentages, but based on the distance that you're traveling. So we would be traveling much further. So, we've got a small chance at it going very badly for us. So,
Yeah. Okay.
How long does it actually take to fly to Benorthan? Don't we go up in the atmosphere and then back down?
So
it really doesn't take that long.
No, it doesn't take long. It's a day and a half.
So I say we don't risk it.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Are we sure we don't want to risk it? Because did you tell us about the God thing, about Coral telling you about the dials?
Yeah, I mean, I could, if it's okay with Mike, maybe when she speaks through Zartok goes like this. His eyes roll back, and a voice just comes out of his mouth that everybody can hear. So that way I don't have to repeat everything that Coral says.
It's her voice, because that's funnier.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and Zartok losing control of his own body is going to be totally cool. So maybe, okay, so you can, I hate the thing, but the sleeping chamber, but maybe you can throw me in there and I can get some spells back, and then I have multiple teleports to use, maybe.
Okay.
And then we can go more quickly. And if I mess up the first one, I can do another one.
That's true. All right. Well, what are you doing, Googry?
Hey, Mike, what's Googry doing?
Googry's just standing there looking at all of you, looking back and forth from person to person.
What do I do? The goddess, she speaks through you. You are like the goddess. I love you.
No.
And he starts leaning on you and rubbing your side.
Oh
my
gosh.
It just Zartok's head. He hears,
Oh, I'm so sorry about that one.
I hope the written records show what a dedicated servant I was. And Zartok places a hand on the little kobold's shoulder with his eyes closed, and he's grimacing. And he's like, all right, how about think the little one's part of the crew? What do you think?
I'm okay with it.
Yes, of course.
Please do not send me away. I love you.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
That's terrible.
You're going to be a wonderful addition to our Glass Guardian.
You're a hero now,
True.
Googry.
Please use me as you see fit, and if you do not like Googry, discard him and he will go away.
Why? No. Why would we do that, Dobby?
Googry is a free elf.
Should we talk to the elves that changed their minds? Because they might be in danger now that...
They're probably not, but Tara's going to start stumbling out of this throne room.
Okay, well, you stumble outside, and you find that there is still the army sort of milling around, searching the place, looting. Your 3 elven friends are gone.
Feels like a good call.
You don't know where they went, but they are not out here anymore.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is chaos.
So as you're there waiting, looking around, watching the army pouring over everything, the Spelljammer comes flying over the city, the Corellan's Needle, and it descends toward the street in front of the throne room, the throne building. There's a street outside. I don't know if you can see it on the map. I guess Tara can. It lands in the street, and you can see your crew leaning over the edge, waving at you.
You guys, I just had the best day ever. It was so much fun.
How are we going to tell them?
I can't wait to hear about it, Mama Sass.
I guess we go on. There's nothing else for us to... Oh, wait! What are we doing about this broken down army? Are we just going to let them go about tearing things apart and not having a leader? Are you going to lead them, Tara?
It's quite a mess.
Kind of messy. I mean, we could worry about this after, but we might need to come back over here and set these people straight.
I mean, they're looting an empty island right now. Like, what could happen?
Yeah, sure. And Zartok, I'm sure you want to come back to your homeland after all this.
No, I don't.
Oh, never mind.
So many happy memories.
Are there any elves around, Mike?
Sure, there are elves all over the place.
Zartok's going to point at one, get his attention, or her attention. Just random elf.
Okay. Yeah, this elf says, "Yeah, dude, what's up?"
It's like hearing a bunch of Levarrion.
Levarrion had to go. You put you in charge. You said to maintain order in the city
Me?
and not to expire. Yep, he said you specifically.
But I'm just the cook.
I know it's the you get called up from random places. Do you hear that, everybody?
Oh yeah, we here.
All right, good. You're in charge. Maintain control. Okay,
Keep people fed.
we're going. Yep,
Man, I like that solution.
be good.
Wow. I never knew.
I never knew. Yeah, he really liked you. Always.
Wow, man.
You were his favorite.
I gave him a sandwich once. He really liked it. I guess it meant something.
Don't look in the throne room where all the dead bodies are.
Don't go in the throne room. Yeah, don't go in the throne room. Yep,
Ridiculous.
that is a mess in there.
He said that too.
Okay. All right.
All right, we get on the ship.
You get on the ship, and then what?
We gotta tell them. They're gonna see she's not here.
All right. Your bird flies up to your shoulder. Rah! Kill them all.
Oh, Alucard, how are you? I saw a vampire. Anyway, what happened to that vampire? We just let him gas away.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was.
Okay then. Well, Tara, do you want to tell them? Do you want me to tell them?
Oh, go ahead.
So, squad, crew,
Yeah, man. Hey.
family,
Uh-huh.
Coral is now in a better place.
What?
Oh, you let
Well,
Coral die!
Where's her body? We need to give her a funeral.
Hold on. That he was wording that poorly.
Oh,
What he
I'm
meant
sorry.
to say is that Coral is viewing us from literally above on the God's Peak, and she needed to depart the plane to go become the best goddess she can be.
Yes, that.
Esther.
That's what I meant. That's what I was going for.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess that's better than death.
Yeah. I mean, ascending to godhood, definitely better than death.
That's what I've heard.
It's,
I've been dead. It wasn't that bad.
You are like a god now.
That is like kind of dark. Heroes.
Are you going to call him Garfield?
I'm not as close to all members of my family.
Also, you've had a lot of blood loss.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
Oh,
My
yeah.
brother called me Garfield once, yeah.
Tara feigns
He had a lot
fainting.
of blood loss at the time. Huh. Well, why don't you come on inside and we'll put that blood back in or something. How's that work?
yep, that's how it works.
A rest. I
Yep.
think a rest would help.
We need to rest, and then you guys can all have a silent prayer to Coral. I'm sure she's listening.
Why?
Because she's a god now.
Ansna sort of slaps him on the back of the head. Shh, just be quiet, Garlos. The adults are talking.
I mean, he's right. I am literally listening right now, so he is correct.
Zartok? How are you doing that?
Yes, I've
Forgot.
been blessed to become the beacon of Coral, the goddess of wisdom.
Mike, I would like to thank you for this gift.
This is so ridiculous.
The wise words follow me wherever I go.
I guess if you wanted to resist it, Zartok, you could.
He might sometimes.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Fair.
Okay, so you get on the ship. Are you flying straight to Benorthan then?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So you've got 36 hours, right?
Tara's going to sleep.
Yeah. So do you want to have Tara go in the restoration chamber pod thing?
We can like rock, paper, scissors over it. I don't know.
I think we munchkin that pod as much as possible, if it's okay with Mike.
Yeah. So basically, if you spend 80 minutes in it, it's like an 8-hour rest.
Yeah, I would like to spend 80 minutes in that thing.
Okay. So you get a long rest, and that means you get to roll your hit dice, and you get half your hit dice back, and you recover all your abilities.
Kukri can help you out if you want.
Yep. Kukri can do some healing.
Yep. Before you go in.
Sure. Yeah.
So we get 27 long rests out of this thing, if
Oh,
I
okay.
math it right. I mean, we can. There's a lot of long resting that can happen.
Yeah.
If you're willing to throw Kukri in there, then
If we munchkin this as badly, as terribly as possible.
Yeah, that's right. 27 long rests.
Yeah.
So you can basically get everybody to full health.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Full health
Especially
and
if the
get their
healers
hit
are
dice
going
back.
in. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not even going to roll stuff,
Yeah.
but
That should be fine.
Googry helps.
Okay, so we could just assume we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you should be back up to full by the end of assuming you fly the full 36 hours. Everyone should be back up to full. All abilities restored, all spells restored, all that stuff.
Wait, even like the items, like the bazaar? Because that
Yeah,
says
because
like,
it's more than 24 hours. Those recharge after just 24 hours, right?
I don't know. I thought it was at the dawn or something.
Well, you'll be flying past dawn, so that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so you fly north to World 83. It takes you 36 hours to get there.
Terra levels up.
Yeah, and during that time, some of you have
so
taken
have
that
I.
experience you've earned and you've leveled up, and now Terra is level 17.
That is correct.
Loot.
And what exciting abilities has she gained?
Well, she has another charge of Indomitable, which brings her up to 3, and also a second ability to use. Not a second ability, a second use of Action Surge.
That's nice.
Yeah, very cool. And anybody else level up?
I leveled up.
Aster level up, okay.
I am now level 16, and I took a second level in Rogue for the disengage and hide actions as a
All
bonus.
right. Excellent. And Mama Sass leveled up?
No.
No, not leveled up. Okay.
Nowhere near.
No one? Okay. And Papa Gaston didn't either.
No. he
Okay.
didn't.
Did Zartok?
Zartok leveled up. He's level 16.
Oh, okay.
He got a he did get a feat/ability improvement, so he's taking resilience, so now he's got proficiency added to Constitution saving throws.
Wow.
Didn't really get more spells, which is sad.
Sure.
Coral, you failed me. And so that's it.
Okay.
I guess I could have given you spell slots to get whatever before. It's fine.
My max health is 151.
Nice.
Wow.
I rolled a 3 for my HP.
Wow.
Can Coral bequeath items to her party by chance? I don't know that anybody would actually want them even.
I think you're gone.
I think they're gone
You
too.
may need them in
Yeah.
the future. You don't want
Yeah.
to give those away.
Eventually going to have to fight the far off one for supremacy.
Yeah, you're
so
going to have to arm wrestle people up there.
Well, I mean, as long as you're on that plane, you can't be killed, so that's
sure.
cool.
Oh, is that how it works?
Her home plane is the prime material plane.
Does sound like I need to do some research to figure out where the far off one's home plane is.
Yeah. Good point. You descend toward the Wizard Research Complex in the Gnome Village. You can see that there are signs of a few gnomes having stayed behind. Some of the crops are still being tended, but most are gone. Most of the fields are filling with weeds, and there are no cows to be seen. The research complex is dark and empty, like it's always been since you've seen it. After you land, do you want to circle the place first, or you want to just go ahead and land immediately?
Circular sounds good since you suggested it.
Yeah. I know if you want to have a look around the area first, but if you circle around the area, you can see signs that there have been footprints in the snow around the Hall of Worlds, some of them very large.
That sounds right.
Looks like something has entered the building. So you land, I guess, in the Gnome Village. It's the closest easy space to land your ship, and you make your way up to the Hall of Worlds. And as you do that, you don't hear anything except for a few birds chirping and the wind blowing, and that's it. So who's going? I guess you're taking the whole crew?
Why not?
Yeah.
I'm down to one character, so I no longer
Yep.
have to make this
Yep.
decision.
Why not?
Yep.
Why not bring
Tara's
everybody?
going.
Well, you're also self-funding.
I mean, yeah, but that's really under your power.
Silver Eyes is going to stay and guard the ship. He doesn't want to get involved with any of this.
I assume Lumpin too.
Lumpin can go with you if you want. It's up to you.
Well, he should probably stay to fly the ship in case of an
He can do
emergency.
that if you want. Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Let's just leave him. He's made it this far in the campaign. Didn't want him to get
The
killed.
lumpin should stay. There's plenty of lumpins in the jar.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
So everyone except for Lumpin and Silver Eyes are going. So we have Ansna, Gyaralos, Mama Sass, Papa Gaston, Zartok, Terra, and Aster.
And Googry.
And Googry.
Oh yes, Googry.
Yeah, Googry has no idea what is going on.
Googry,
Nice.
you might not enjoy this place.
Why?
You'll feel more distant from Coral.
Oh no! No, do not make me go in, please.
He grabs onto your leg and looks up at you with pitiful eyes.
It's helping. I think she'd want us to do this, but I just want you to know it's a different place.
Googry, I really appreciate it if you go and you help my friends, but if you don't want to, I'm not going to make you. I'm not that kind of god.
I will do whatever would make you happiest.
It would make me happy if you help my friends.
Okay.
and people have definitely never seen a kobold, so you'll be unique.
Why have they not seen a kobold?
There's no kobolds in there.
Oh, what a terrible place. Oh, it's so sad.
Oh, but you're going to be so unique.
I suppose. Oh, very well. Goodbye, sweet lady.
I'll see you later.
I love you so much.
Right back at you, bud.
This is so awkward for me.
His mouth keeps opening.
All right, so you walk into the Hall of Worlds. It's still dark and empty in here, as it's always been. You can see the walls that you have covered up. Remember, you covered up some of the chambers with stone, right?
Yes.
Many of them have been just smashed open.
Sure.
Something has just smashed the stone walls open, and eventually they seem to have discovered World 83. And World 83 is sitting there. The rubble around it has been cleared away from it, and it looks the same as it always has. But as you look at the wall, you can see that the dial has been set to 1,000.
Oh,
Can we move it back? Can we turn the
Sure.
dial back?
Yeah, you can't make it go backwards, but you can slow time down.
The time that has passed has passed.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we'll set it back to normal.
Okay. You set it back to 1.
Tara's going to try to look into the eye hole thing.
Okay. You look in through the oculus at the world. It looks pretty similar, although it is night inside the world as you're looking in, and you see that Arrival does not look as brightly lit as it has been in the past. Some of the outlying areas, the free cities, the magistracy, they're all looking kind of normal, but Arrival looks a little darker than normal. It doesn't have all the different fires and lights all over it that it usually has.
No.
Mike, can I ask? It's an hour to an hour, or like what's the 1,000 times 36? What are we looking at having passed in there?
So I'm glad you asked.
It'd be like 3 years at most.
So 1.5 days, if it's 1,000 times longer, is 1,500 days, which is about 4.11 years.
Okay, so it's been 4 years in there.
Well, that's assuming he got into it right away. I mean, he had to do all this work and stuff, right?
I mean, sure.
There was another time that the dial has been set to 1,000 too.
Yes.
So basically, anyone Tara ever knew is probably not there.
Yeah, you think
It was
the
older.
period of time that you observed it having been set ahead before, it's probably something like 10 years or more beyond the last time you were in there.
Whoa.
Okay, well, maybe she knows people still, but it's a long time.
Yeah, your family should still be hanging around. Just older.
So what do you want to do?
How do we get in there without going splat on the ground again? We got any of those?
Oh my god, we didn't even think about that.
Parachutes?
I got rid of that ability.
You don't have Featherfall?
I don't have any characters with Featherfall.
I took that off when I replaced it with something else leveling
Hey,
up.
Googry.
Nope.
Oh,
You're all in luck because I am the Featherfall Master.
How many of us are there? Can you get us all?
Well, I mean, I can do Featherfall too. I mean, I'm the wizard. But when I cast it, it is so much better. It's much more considerate and giving it to everyone.
Well, I could fly in on Sylphonia, so there's that.
To 5 falling creatures with 1 Featherfall.
And someone can ride on Sylphonia with me if you don't want to expend too much.
8 total.
Then we can teleport into.
8 total.
8 total.
I say we use
Not
teleport
including
for
Sylphonia,
thieving.
so 9 including Sylphonia. Sorry, what was that?
I say we use teleport for leaving and Featherfall for getting in.
It makes sense to me.
Yep.
I mean, of course, when we leave, we could sleep and stuff, but yeah.
Are you going to leave the lid off then?
Yes.
That seems smart. Can we have someone here stationed to guard in case?
Kugri slides up next to Aster.
We want to leave the lid off because we want Coral to have as much access to us as she can.
Yeah, and if we leave it off, then the gods can see what he's doing, right? Yeah?
Yes.
So it ruins the whole point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't it give him the ability to get out if he wants to, if you leave the lid off?
I guess, well, he doesn't have magic if he's
Well,
doing that, right?
I mean,
That's true.
how would he even have the lid back on if he jumped in?
Yeah, you're not sure how he did that.
He's a resourceful fellow with lots of scrolls.
Somebody should look around and make sure that weird vampire guy's not around still.
Yeah, can I do a scope of the area?
Yeah, you want to just do a perception check, sneak around, or do you want to try to figure something out and do an investigation check?
I want to perceive the area for now. Well, no. Let's do an investigation of the surrounding areas to
Okay.
see if I find, like, trails or things like that. Nothing.
Hey,
That's
he
an-
succeeded. It's fine.
I did?
Oh, all right. So you give Aster a successful knowledge skill check investigation.
Yep.
And Aster, you look around and you see that there are giant footprints in the area, standing, in the area around the jar. And after puzzling over the way they just sort of don't leave the area, you figure that probably what he did is have a summoned giant lift the lid up, and then he jumped in, or maybe he and the dragon jumped in or something, and then had the giant put the lid back on, and then that probably caused the giant to become unsummoned.
Ah, that's right. That makes sense. Okay, I say that to the group. Giant business.
It's very perceptive of you.
Thank you. With that being the case, I don't think we have to worry. We can just jump right in. Unless you guys feel like we need to put a guard. Sorry, Grugri.
And you do realize that if you take the lid off, Levarrion could just teleport right back out if he needed to.
As could we.
As could you.
Can Lumpin put the lid back on?
Lumpin's not strong enough.
Oh, Silver Eyes can put it back on.
That's true. You could go get Silver Eyes.
Then he can go right back to the ship.
Sure.
Unless he's Levarrion. No, so does that sound good with everybody? It's been 4 years. Give or take, right, Zartok?
Yep, I think someone did the math, and I'll take credit for it. 4 years sounds about right, maybe, depending on how long it took him to get in.
That's bad. So yeah, let's go get our boy. And I run off. And then I will just do a spell I haven't done in a million years. I'll get as close as I can with an 120 and just do a message cantrip
Okay.
to Silver Eyes. Hey, Silver Eyes! It's me, Aster Fortuna, Bard Extraordinaire. Could you get over here, please? Just for a little bit. We need your help.
Where are you? Where are you?
Why were you talking to Silver Eyes?
Come to the room that we went into. Because we what am I doing? Because we need someone to close the lid, right? Do we want Levarrion to be able to escape? Or do we want to keep this lid on so he's trapped there with us? We're not trapped in there with him. He's trapped in there with us.
But don't we want the gods to be able to help us and not him?
That's true. We would lose connection to Coral. Yeah, no, that's a bad move.
I suppose it traps him, but also maybe we go with someone we trust a little more. Like maybe we could talk to Lumpin to talk to Mun. Just a thought.
Oh, well, let me send a message. Silver Eyes, stay at your post.
All right. Jeez.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to lose connection to Coral, and it's very funny to see what she does to you. Sorry.
Yeah, so here are some things to think about, all right? If you go inside, you will lose the connection to Coral. On the other hand, Coral can give you that the 7 uses of inspiration now if she wanted to. She could just hand them out to you now in whatever way she sees fit, right? If Zartok wanted to expend some spells of some kind now, she could give him those levels back immediately. If you want to do any other knowledge checks, you could do them immediately, enter the world, and cover it up. But then you would lose access to her and all those abilities, right? The issue is that it would make it hard to corner Levarrion, because he could just teleport. If you leave the lid open, he could just teleport anywhere outside of the jar, right?
True. Okay, so we could leave the lid closed, but maybe we tell Lumpen to tell Mun that in like a month to come open the jar. Check on us. Let us see if we can get out.
And also keep in mind, if you take Gugri with you inside, he's not all that useful.
What levels does he?
He's level 8?
Yeah, but would he have any spell levels?
No, he wouldn't be able to cast any spells.
Yeah, he's useless too inside the jar.
DM's note, I got that wrong. That is not correct. Clerics inside World 83 can cast spells up through 5th level, so Gugri would have access to all of his spells.
Okay, well maybe Gugri can put the cover on for us.
There we go. And then maybe Coral can help us out before we jump in, if she's willing.
Of course I am.
So how do we do this?
I think we should talk to Lumpen and to Gugri and tell them to stay here, to guard the jar, to check in on us in a month. I'm going to go with a month.
Yeah.
And because we don't necessarily want to be in the jar forever, or at least some of us might not. It might not be Zartok's favorite place to live out the rest of his life.
What? Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so Gugri and Lumpen are going to put the lid back on and take it off in a month.
Yes.
Okay.
And communicate with Mun what's going on?
And Lumpen will use a sending spell to update Mun on what's going on.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all totally reasonable.
And any help that any gods want to give us, we would appreciate that.
2 inspiration to Terra, 1 inspiration to Aster, 1 inspiration to Zartok, 1 inspiration to Gaston, 2 to Mama Sass. And she says,
I don't know what you guys are going to find in there, and I can't go with you, so be careful. Come back out.
Are you able to do the spell thing too?
Nobody's used any spells.
No, I mean, but can you if we did?
Yeah, Zartok.
Could you do it for me? Oh,
I can only do it for Zartok.
Oh, gotcha. I won't do that. Not yet. All right, I'll get on top of Sylphonia. Who's riding with me?
Now, here's a problem, and it's a problem that Levarrion had to deal with too. Only a medium-sized creature can enter the jar.
So you can... Oh, well, if you unsummon Sylphonia, can you summon her in the jar?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I can't summon Sylphonia?
Not in the jar.
Oh, no.
I don't think Sylphonia can go with you.
Sylphonia.
It's time for the most heartfelt goodbye.
Asta,
And
Can you
Symphonia's
shrink her?
freedom.
If you can find a way to shrink her, that would work.
Asta, please. I don't want to be apart from you.
Mean.
Honestly, I'm not even as mean as Mike would prefer.
I know you're amazing. I appreciate you. Yeah, because Pegasus is a large creature, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
I look at Sylphonia. Sylphonia, I haven't had to do this in forever, maybe ever. I'm gonna have to let you go.
Asta, I hate to see you sad, but I desperately want to be by your side to protect you for always.
Would you be? I don't know if I'm coming back out. I might die in there. I don't want to keep you trapped walking around.
Asta, I would wait forever for you.
So mean. No, Sylphonia. I don't know why I'm so scared to let you go. What if I can't summon you again?
I believe in you, Asta. I'm certain that you'll do everything that you can to reunite with me.
What did Levarrion do about the dragon?
Yeah, you're not sure what his solution was for the dragon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dragon's a fun new addition to the jar.
Yeah, they don't even know what that would be. I'm going to look at Sylphonia and I'm going to caress her hair and I'm going to give her a big hug. And I'm going to tell her, some of the best adventures I've ever had have been when you were by my side, allowing me to fly so gracefully through the sky. And I don't know what I'm going to do without you in there. But I swear if I can make it back out, I'll bring you back if that's okay with you.
All I wish is for you to be safe, my dear Asta.
I hope you enjoy being in the forests of the Pegasi, if there is such a thing. Goodbye, my friend.
Okay, so this is Aster's one-sided conversation because all of the Pegasus talk happens in his head, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so Tara leans into Zartok and she's like, I'm gonna miss the Spelljammer.
I'm gonna hold her and then let go of the spell and let her disappear.
Okay. All right, so Sophonia disappears.
What do I do with just one character, guys? It's been so long. I don't know.
So basic.
I don't know what to do anymore.
You got two,
No,
kinda.
Googry's not even going.
Yeah, I guess so. Once we're in there, yeah, you only
It
have
will
one.
only be you.
This is
Zartok.
my gift to you.
I don't know how to deal with this anymore.
So I have a question. What if we set the time to 0?
Then once you jump in, you'll just kind of freeze in place.
Oh no, we don't want the time to be 0 still, even with this idea. What if can we pop open the lid and Zartok do Arcane Eye and go in there?
You could do that.
So I can scour it out a bit.
What's the
Stop
range on
it?
that?
Like, stop the jar, and then
Because everything gets big, so it's a huge...
The range,
it would be a giant freaking eye.
there's no limit to how far away from
In the same
eye
plane?
can move. But it can't enter another plane of existence.
Yeah. You could do that. You could scout around.
Wow.
How fast does it move?
It was pretty slow, 30 feet.
Yeah. What's the duration?
Duration's an hour.
Okay. So at a speed of 30 feet per round, you would have to try to take it down what are essentially miles inside to get down to ground level.
Can the eye not fall voluntarily?
I guess you could let it fall. Yeah.
That would cover a lot
yeah.
of the distance
Okay.
if it can fall. But if it can't fall, because it's not a real thing.
It's not a real
It's not
thing.
a real thing, yeah. I don't know. Can an arcane eye fall?
I don't know. I can't.
Don't Google it. You don't want the FBI to have that on you.
Is that how we talk Mike into not Googling things we don't want him to Google?
Yeah. We're just like, you don't want to be on the list. Next time he's on the plane, he's like, "Excuse me, sir. Did you Google this? Did you?"
But do you talking about arcane eyes falling? Because not sure you're allowed to be on this flight.
That would be the coolest agent on the planet to be like big into D&D.
You send the arcane eye down inside. I can't find any discussion online of whether an arcane eye can be allowed to fall.
Weird.
Yeah, it's weird that that's never come up before. Or for that matter, whether an arcane eye can dash. Like its speed is 30. Does that mean it can dash for 60?
Does it have actions? Does it have?
I don't know.
I feel like
movement?
that's meta gaming the magic to be stronger than it was
Yeah.
meant to be.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to
that's our
say
job.
you can get it in there to look around a bit, but not for long.
Okay.
All
think
right,
that's
so you're going to
fair.
get a rough idea of what Arrival looks like.
I mean, you could at least get an idea of our arrival, and so we'll have an idea what we're jumping into.
I mean, if that's it, then would you just use it inside? I mean, so that way it's
if you use it outside, though, Coral can
Give you your spell slot
restore
back.
the spell slots.
restore the spell slot before you go in.
Yeah, there's not really much I can do anyway.
Why you're still here?
Can we not just put like a film over the top of the thing and then nobody can come out?
I don't think that.
Like
I don't
like
think
a
they make
mosquito net.
anti-magic film.
Just like a mosquito net over the top, and so all the spells can come in still, but Levarrion can't teleport out.
No, I'm afraid you can't have extremely selective magic saran film.
Bummer.
That would solve so many
All right.
issues.
So what are you doing? You casting the spell or what?
We might as well because we're not going to be able to have access to Coral's ability to
Yeah,
restore spell levels. So
We need to use Coral's cool powers while we have them.
Right. So you send this arcane eye in, and it goes down as fast as it can. Whether that's falling or just moving 60 or 30 feet per round, I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, listeners. Stop asking. Shut up. You send this arcane eye down. It flies over the city, and you can see that there are people moving around, but not a lot of humans and elves and dwarves. You see a few of them. You see a few carts going around. What you do see are goblins.
Oh, okay.
walking around the city, sort of patrolling the place. And a few elves, sometimes with them, patrolling the place. And you can see that the Soul Jar area in the middle of town, the central part, has been sort of cleared away. The last time you were here, there were, the remains of the Soul Jar, and it's scattered around. It shattered and left pieces all over. But all that has been cleared away, and now there are some statues there, and there's same buildings around it. But the place is a lot darker, and it looks less populated than it was before. But you don't really see much else going on. I mean, it's nighttime here. The sun overhead is very dim. Of course, if you remove the jar lid, then it's going to be even more dim. And now that you've removed the lid and sent this spell in, you can see that some of these patrols of goblins are sort of picking up the pace, and some of them are sort of moving in larger groups around different parts of the city, although it's not clear what they're doing right now.
Okay, maybe they're expecting us then. They've been told.
He knew we were going to come
Let me
eventually.
see the lid.
Can he tell what the statues are?
I'll give you one last thing to ask about before your spell runs out. Do you want to ask about what the statues are?
I mean, ask about whatever.
What do you want to look at?
Might as well ask about the statues.
Okay.
It's Levarrion.
Yeah, so there's definitely a statue of Levarrion here. There's also an obelisk that had been erected at some point that memorializes the destruction of the Soul Jar and the evil villains who destroyed it. And then there are some other statues. There's a statue of a dragon. But those are the most prominent statues. There's Levarrion, and then there's this monument.
Got it. So Zartok will report back that Levarrion is now the king of World 83.
I always wanted a statue to me.
Not really what you had in mind.
No, it wasn't.
What level's Arcane Eye?
4th level.
Okay, you get that back.
You got 6 more spell levels you could get back.
Yep.
If you could think of anything else to cast. Just throw up a mirror image for no good reason.
Yeah, do you have any buffs to...
Hey, mage armor. I'll take it.
Oh, yeah, do a mage armor.
That's a level 1?
Can you upcharge it and give yourself more stuff?
No.
No?
I'll use the creation spell and create that magic mosquito net that we were talking about earlier.
Foiled again.
Oh, it's so good.
No.
Oh, so close.
Good effort.
Yeah, there's not really much else. I mean, unless we want to do another arcane
Shoot a
eye.
few fireballs in. No? I mean, you could do another arcane eye if you wanted. Try to look somewhere else or get some more information about something.
Any of the spells that go through the cleric feat that you gave me, would those be turned off, I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have a lot of those,
No.
but yeah, those will not be available when you're in World 83. Oh, actually, no. What level are they?
They're levels... One's a cantrip, and the other one's level 1.
So lower level spells will be available. So yeah, those will work. And actually, Gugri could cast low level spells too. I forgot about that. He could still cast low level spells.
If you want to take Gugri.
Yeah.
But the
I'd rather him
plan
close
involved Gugri.
Yeah.
All right, we're going in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's time.
Let me,
Wait, no, wait, before we jump in. I don't have my Pegasus. Can Papa Gaston and Zartok, you guys can...
Featherfall.
How many of us are there?
8. Minus the...
I guess one of us will have to do... We'll both have to do a featherfall then to make that math work out.
All right. So you all climb up to the side of the jar, and one by one you jump in, and you begin falling, and Zartok and Papa Gaston use Featherfall to slow your descent.
And right before the jar closes, you get that spell slot back.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah, sure. That's perfect. And so you're all falling toward arrival, and you can see the city. I guess you probably want to wait until you get relatively close to use Featherfall and not just fall slowly the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see the city zooming up toward you. And again, it looks dark compared to what you're used to. And it looks basically the same otherwise. And you're falling straight toward the middle. And we'll find out what you discover in World 83 next time.
Woo!
Woo.
Yes, my dears.
Oh my gosh, my voice. Ow. Oh gosh.
Oh,
You might want to have her transform into
Right?
someone else so that you can get a different voice.
Oh, let me talk like this
Or
for a
drink
little
some
while.
water. Have some water.
I got some. Yeah, I'm drinking. Oh my gosh.
Yes, my dears, it's me. You didn't.
Sorry, now I swallowed wrong.
You all right?
Yeah.
So what do you think happened to Symphonia, Jessica? You think that she's really happy in the forest without me?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
I'm not allowed to answer that.
Should I never summon her again?
There was one time, I don't even remember what it was now, but you asked like Symphonia if she wanted to be with you or something like that. And Mike definitely private messaged me and was like, say this. And it was just like the worst thing I could say. That is not what I said, by the way. I want you to know.
I appreciate you.
I did a slightly less dramatic, cruel version.
I will stay with you as forcefully as you want me to.
Something like that, yeah.